The Monster here, the Monster Garage. I'm going to do a little video on changing out my tire on my Spyder. So it's not a real high-tech thing, but everybody's going to wear out tires eventually. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot a little video and hopefully give you some pointers. I'm going to do it kind of a cheating way. I got my tension on my belt how I like it right now, and I've got it aligned like perfect. So what I'm going to do is show you a trick on keeping all that, keeping your tension, alignment and all that, and without messing with it. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to jack up the Spyder. I'm going to pull the bottom bolt on the shock and jack it up some more. That will allow me to have slack on the belt. I can pull it off the pulley, and then I'll go ahead and finish loosening my rear wheel, pull it apart, and pull the axle out, take it down to the tire guy, have him put a tire on it, pop it back together. Real simple deal. You are going to want to go ahead and break the axle nut loose while you got it on the ground. You don't want to jack it up and then try and do that. It kind of makes it a pain. So anyway, hope this will help to you, and we'll get going on it right now. Got about 12,000 out of this one. Alright, as you can see, I have the shock loose now from the bracket. Went ahead and jacked up the Spyder where I needed it. My bolt was real rusty, so I had to use an impact on it. I got a bunch of that, treatment they put on for ice and that, so it's kind of wasted my bolts and my shock and all that. But now, as you can see, I still have all my alignment on my belt where I needed it. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and just peel this sucker off. And then I just got to pull my axle. And I don't really have to mess with the tension or anything. Just pull it out. Put it back together. Leave it loose on the axle. And when I put the tension back on the belt, it's going to slide it back right where the tensioners need to be, and that's done. I don't have to mess with any of that. But anyway, that's a little trick. Have this popped off in a second, and I'll show you. That's it. Okay, I got the wheel off, as you can see. Basically just sliding the belt off, jacking it up. You do have to pull that brake caliper bracket loose. I forgot to do that when I was showing you the video, but pop them bolts loose first. A lot easier than when you pull the axle out, which is what I had to do. Still no big deal, it'll still be done. But anyway, I've got the wheel off. This is your sprocket. That has to come off. And these are your cush drives. So they got to come off so you can get to the bolt holes in the rim itself. So this is your this is called a crush tube, and basically what it does, you've got your bearing here, and you also got another one on the sprocket. When this tube's in place and this hub is in place, ideally that tube goes all the way to this bearing, so that keeps continuity all the way through. It when you tighten down that axle, instead of just having this bearing on the hub itself and nothing else, it's bearing on the crush tube, which is bearing on loading on the bearing on the other side, which is pinched in between the swing arms. So that's why you have continuity all the way through. If you don't have that crush tube, you forget to put it in, which I've done before. I won't lie. You're going to have problems. You're going to wind up, uh, well, basically your bearings will wear into the hub and they'll start to get loose and you have bad bearings. Speaking of bad bearings, I'm inspected all my other bearings. They look pretty good, but I don't like this one. It's got some movement up and down. I don't know if you can see that or not. Actually, back and forth and up and down. That I don't like. So I'm going to go ahead and replace this bearing. I've got an O-ring. Unfortunately, that's bad on me. I'm going to have to replace that before I put it back together. So I do have spare bearings, so that's not a big deal. This is 50,000 miles. Yeah, 50,000 miles. And this is my second set of bearings. I think I lost, well, second bearing. I actually had a bearing spin in a hub one time at about 30,000. So I replaced it then. So this is a new hub. But anyway, wheel bearings, you can expect to change them. It's a maintenance item. Something you need to check every time you pop your wheels off. So hopefully we can pop this out, go get my tires swapped out, and put it back all together before my ride tomorrow. The rest of the video will basically be still pictures on how to put the wheel back together, just like this. Well, guys, that's it. I hope that was a help to you. I'm planning on doing a lot more of these Le Monster Garage videos, and this is a lot of fun. I'm enjoying doing it, and I hope it's going to be a help to you. And if you want more detailed information, just head over to spiderlovers.com. Check out the tech board for this type of information. If you're looking to hang out with a bunch of cool spider lovers, stop by either way. This is Le Monster checking out from Le Monster Garage. Bye.